the first question that was asked was, please describe your experiences being a college student and learning in a virtual level, and what are the benefits and challenges. So my experience as a college student, especially on the virtual level, has been, I don't know, it's been a little good and bad. Personally, for me, I already have like a work schedule that I know myself enough to know how I work and what are my good times to work and not work. And with the whole virtual thing happening, I feel like it's really, this whole virtual thing is calling me out on how good or bad I am at planning for myself and just, you know, being responsible on my own. Because if I didn't want to work for a full week, I don't have to, but I know that's gonna, like, you know, come back and get me in terms of you know, more work I have to do in the next couple weeks. So it's really contingent on how I plan and how I know myself. Like, when do I work best, when do I don't work best. Like, for example, I don't work very well at like 8 p.m. in the night, so I try to wake up earlier and then try to have like little snack breaks in between to like maintain my energy so that I can do it you know, at the time frame, and then I reward myself at the end of the day, because it's always a hard day, especially in these times. So, and that way you kind of have to be responsible and mature enough to like plan out your days, and then also know like what is it that you need, and then try to plan it in that way, because with virtual environment, no one's really going to be there that much to, you know, be on you to figure things out, and no one's going to be on you to help you figure things out. So it's really kind of on you, and that's kind of the scary, sucky part, but that's also like where we're at right now as a society. So it's been kind of good and bad for me, because it's been good because I can already like, I think I can already do that for myself, but it's also bad because I know other people are struggling, and, you know, getting the help for that is not that easy. The next question is, would you recommend students pursue college education during this time? Why or why not? I guess before I start talking about like, and specifically in the COVID, for college education, I would always say pursue it if that's something that you're willing to put time and effort into. I know a lot of people feel pressured by their family and their peers to go to college, and college isn't necessarily the thing that they're ready for, because it is a very big experience to, you know, go from high school to the independence that college allows. And if that's not something you personally are willing to do, then even if, you know, that's not something you're going to succeed in, if you don't feel like you have the tools ready to do it. I know I went into college immediately after high school, and I knew I wasn't ready, but my school and my family was like really proud of me for getting into college, and I didn't want to let them down, so I went. And then what ended up happening is, you know, not only because of me, but you know, there's also stuff going around around my family that I wasn't able to, like, I wasn't ready in almost all facets to go to college. I was not academically ready, I was not financially ready, I was not emotionally ready, and because of that I ended up dropping out. So even though like everyone told me to go to college, I probably should have waited until I was ready for myself. So with that said, like, my general advice would be, you know, if you want to do it, you know, I hope it's because you want to do it, and not because your friends and your family are like saying like, you know, you have to do it. And then what's cool about that too is you also have the option to just wait. Maybe it's not good for you right now. You go to community college or get a job to kind of like, you know, financially like support yourself for a little bit, just so that you're ready to go to college. So that's the route I took, and that's the route that I really recommend for everyone. But in this time, it is a little hard, and I kind of recommend it a little less, only because you're not getting what you think you're getting. Because especially when you're beginning to be a college student, as a freshman, or even as a transfer, you know, you want to get all that college experience in terms of like making friends and taking advantage of your resources at college. A lot of that is not there because of COVID, and the online learning environment. And even at the school that I go to, we've been having talks, because I'm a transfer mentor for my school, and one of the things that, and we also have like a lot of town hall meetings about, you know, what should we do for undergraduates, transfer students, and staff. And a lot of the conversation comes out to trying to offer resources, but it's like mimicking the college experience online, and everyone's kind of in agreement that it's we're not doing a good job right now trying to do that. So if you're going to go into college, like, expect that it's not the best. We're not in the best situation right now. And in terms of learning, again, it's kind of depends on what is your mode of learning. I don't mind like watching a lecture and, you know, parsing out my time. I'll still learn the same way, whether it's like that or you know, or like in-person lecture. So that doesn't bother me. So you know, I would recommend it. But if that's clearly something that does bother people, like they need in-person lectures, they need to like have a, say I need to be here at 12:30 to go to lecture, and then I have to, you know, that time schedule helps them out. So I would usually recommend it on like a person-to-person basis, but not so much now, considering everyone's trying to make education the best, trying to replicate education before COVID, but we're not really doing a good job right now. So maybe I would wait. But if you're gonna wait, I hope it's you do something in between instead of just like, you know, sitting at home and waiting for COVID to stop, because that's probably not going to happen. So if you're not going to go to college now, at least like let yourself be ready to continue college or do something else that's interesting to you. Just do something. It is my thing. So tips for virtual environment. One tip that I would have is don't be afraid to speak your needs, especially now. A lot of people are like really sensitive to how everyone is doing, and a lot of people now are trying to like accommodate people in this weird time. So if something's not working for you, you could definitely like let someone know. Maybe it doesn't have to be like a teacher or like or someone, you know, in a higher position. Even if it's just like a classmate, to say, hey, this isn't working for me, is it not working for you? And just to like get that camaraderie and go, okay, so I'm not the only one. And the reason why I would say that is because it's because people are more sensitive to that now. So if it was a little harder before, it's probably still hard, but it's more acceptable if you have an issue with something. And right now people are trying to see what they can do to better support students, so they're probably more open to that. A lot of the professors I've talked to have said, like, I hear people are struggling, but no one talks to me about it. So I know people are struggling, but I can't do anything about it. So I would say definitely try to, if something's not working for you, like, let someone know. And then and kind of on a similar note, another piece of advice I would have is make a study group with people through Facebook, Discord, or Zoom or whatever. That's one of the reasons why I'm still staying today. If I had to do like all of my coursework all by myself and sit on my chair and like, you know, crank out equations in the dark, like I would not be a happy person. And every time I get stuck, it's good to know like I have different ways to get unstuck. If I need help, I'm like, all right, I'll ask the Facebook chat, or I'll Zoom someone up, you know, I'll go to office hours, you know. Even though it's kind of weird right now, I at least have different ways to, like, you know, one, help myself with the coursework, and two, talk to other people about how I'm doing, even if it's not related to my coursework. That's really helpful, especially now when I have like a lot of things to complain about regarding classes. And being able to talk to other people to go like, hey, am I the only one? Like, am I the weird one, or is this actually like a complaint that I've had? And then once you have that complaint, you can bring it up and then, you know, have a conversation, and hopefully like things will be a lot less stressful for you. So those are my kind of two big pieces of advice. Make a group of people for, like, you know, social and you know, to make your classwork's a little easier. And then also, like, if something's not working for you, say something about it to either a teacher or a friend. That's going to help you out a lot, big time. Hello, Rachel. Hi. Before I started, I just kind of wanted to say that I really appreciate all the work that you've been doing, and it's really nice to see you. You do a lot of good work for our alumni, students, and staff, and I see it a lot of the time just from like your newsletters or how you interact with us, and I really, really appreciate it, and just wanted to let you know.